guys, it's Ashley with Titchy Farm Treasures and Merle. Y'all have met Byro. He's in the car somewhere, and Merle's chilling out here. She is Byro's new pet. That's kind of the way that's going to work out, I think, but who knows. They have a love-hate relationship. Anywho, on today's question on one of the eBay groups, I saw someone ask how you sort your items. He said he had 3 boxes of clothes and he wanted to know how you sort your items so you know where to find them. And so if you're new to eBay, guys, an inventory system is going to be one of the most important things for your business, because if somebody buys something and you can't find it, your account gets dinged and you have to cancel the sale or find another place that has the exact same items so that you can ship it out. This causes delays in your shipping. It causes a distrust from the buyer and the seller. It looks bad on your business, and I cannot even begin to describe the amount of stress that this brings on you as the seller. Like, you can't find your item, you know you had it, where did it go? And I know when you're starting out, you're like, it's just a few items, I'll remember where they are. Cool beans, good for you. Some people do. I have a pretty good memory and I can remember where most things are, but before you know it, if you take this on as a hobby or as a side gig, before you know it, you have 100 items, and then it's 200 items, and then it's been a year and you don't remember where that thing that you picked up at a garage sale a year ago is, and it just sold. So inventory is so stinking important, y'all. Everybody has their own method of doing things. I've seen the bin method, I've seen all the things. I myself have these wire shelves. I got them on Amazon. I think they were like $100 a shelf, so it is a little bit of an investment, but you can get on Facebook Marketplace and find all different types of shelving, plastic ones. It really doesn't matter. For my small space, I chose these wire ones because they have wheels and I can roll them in and out and make more room. I digress. It doesn't matter. Once you have your shelving, then you need boxes that fit on that shelf. For me, with this shelf, I can fit 4 boxes on a shelf, and it has 5 different tiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. But at Walmart, they have their shipping boxes, and their small boxes fit perfectly on the shelves. I can fit 4 to a row, right? So that's 20 boxes per shelf, because there's 4 in a row. Yep, we can do the math, 5 shelves up. There's also another shelf at the top that's like yay big, not big enough for a box, but like if you have books or some small miscellaneous that you need to store, you can do so. Also on the very, very top is flat surface. So you could also store more things. Man, listen to me today. A box will not fit on top of mine without hitting the ceiling. So I just store, honestly, most of my linens and blankets go up there. So on each one of your wire shelves, you're going to label them. For me, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. I've got all my shelves are all labeled alphabetical order with a letter. Then all of my boxes start at the top left. For shelf A or rack A, at the very top, I have box A-1, and I label that box A1, A-1. Then in box 2, A-2, A-3, all the way through A20. Then on my next wire rack, it's wire rack B. And the same thing, B1, B2, B3, and so forth. And so when I take a picture and list an item, I place it in the appropriate box. And when I'm putting it up on eBay, I put in the SKU, which is in your item specifics at the very bottom. There's an area that says SKU, and I put in that my item is in box A2 or box A3. And so when I sell it, I can see in the SKU where my item is located so I can find it. That is the gist of how I do my inventory. Now, I do have a couple of switches. Like this person asked specifically for boxes of clothing. So when I list clothing, I take my pictures, I weigh it, I get my listing all up, and then I put it in a clear poly mailer, clear plastic bag, clear whatever garment bag. I will try to put it down below where I buy mine in a link, but either way, they go in a clear bag, and I have a Sharpie marker. And if it's going in box A1, I will put A1-1 and I will stand it straight up. And then if my next shirt or clothing, A1-2, A1-3, and so forth. So when I have larger items that I'm selling, you know, I just put them in the box and I just label the box as to what it is. If I have several plastic bags full of things like clothing or whatnot, I try to keep all my clothing in one box, you know, all my hard goods in the other. But regardless how you do that, then I just mark it. I know some people use a SKU system and use stickers and all the things and whatever. But, I mean, I have a store that's just over 1,000 items, and this has worked well for me. Lastly, I have a bookshelf for all of my books, and it's just, I just write bookshelf in the SKU, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as to what shelf it's on. Nothing fancy there. You can skim through on a shelf to find the book that you need. But then I also sell a lot of crochet patterns and knitting patterns, some magazines, some paper things. You know, I've got some envelopes. I've sold a single piece of paper before. Anyways, all of the paper items, I have a 3-ring binder. I actually have 4 3-ring binders now. But in that 3-ring binder, I put the clear plastic sleeves that you would like put a report in when you're in school to give to your teacher to keep it nice. And it has the 3 holes in it. And so I bought all those clear plastic sleeves, man, like 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't even remember. And I put them in a binder. And I have all of my things will just slide in those clear plastic sleeves. I went through with a Sharpie marker and labeled all of those sleeves, 1 through 50, 1 through 60, whatever the number is. And so then when I'm trying to find those items, they're kept flat and clean inside of a clear plastic sleeve. They're inside of a 3-ring binder, and my SKU label goes white binder, black binder, green binder, -1 through 60. So, you know, I can scroll through and know where to find it. Anywho, that's kind of my system. I would love to hear what everybody else's system is, and if it differs, I appreciate your time. Hey, God bless and keep thrifting. Bye, guys.